My beautiful people, my beautiful people, my beautiful people. Welcome back to another lovely episode of the Logic of Emotions podcast / reactions. It's your dog, it's your brother, man. It's your favorite African-American, Melly Baby. More hoops! Hey, man, check this out. So, I was on vacation and everything, and your boy's back. Can I get some claps for that, man? And we back to the conversation of some dope basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to watch Uncle JxmyHighroller on. He added a 4-point line to the NBA, and this is what happened. Love his video. Shout out to Jimmy, man. Would love to one day just kick it with you, talk to you, just pick your brain, my brother. Much love to you and all the work that you do. Let's get into it, y'all. We hit 1,902. No, 3. We're almost at the goal for this year for 2K, man. Clap it up for y'all real quick, man. But without y'all, man, obviously this would not exist, man. Love y'all with all my heart and soul, man, for real. Let's get to it, y'all. No more of that talking, man. Yes, sir. Walking fast, places past.
The idea of a 4-point line has bounced around the league for years, but has remained
Check
just
it out.
An idea. But what if these ill-advised bombs that pose no real advantage actually did?
Hope you're having a great day, by the way.
How would a 4-pointer change the game? The way offenses are set up, who would take them, and who would be the best at them?
Jaylen Brown, you gotta get that other hand, bro. Like, you can't just dribble one hand. That's crazy.
Well, there's really only one way to find out. So I added one.
Oh my gosh. That's disgusting. It looks like flights. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my goodness. I know TRAE Young is gonna like would OD on that. I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
Today's video is
Oh my god.
My friends.
I can't be talking because I know one day when that happens with DraftKings, I'm gonna be the same way, so I can't really talk too much. But get your money, Jim. Get your money, my brother.
From the Laker logo.
You see that? Not the 3. What TRAE Young did after the 3. Not the most conventional celebration, pointing at the spot on the court where he hit a 30-foot bomb. But he's not pointing to just any random spot. He's pointing at the 4-point line. Now, you or I can't see the 4-point line because it's not on this court. But TRAE can see it because it's on his court. Years ago, within the Atlanta Hawks practice...
That's a bar. That's a bar. You can't see it on that court, but TRAE can see it on his court. I know I didn't say it exactly right, but it's fire. That's tough.
This facility, the organization implemented a 4-point line, 29 feet out
Those
from
Kobe's,
the basket,
man.
a little over 5 feet further than the NBA 3-point line. TRAE Young can hit these shots because he practices these shots. And the Hawks aren't the only team that have incorporated a 4-point line into their practices. The Bucks have a
Worried your devices won't connect if you switch to Android?
Jimmy going crazy with these ads and everything off the hip, though. But I ain't gonna lie to you, though. I don't know. I'll give my opinion more as we dive more into this. Oh my goodness, back to back. Damn, Jimmy. Damn, I can't skip it. I understand you want your to skip past this, y'all that are watching on YouTube. I'm sorry, y'all. Damn, Uncle Jimmy. Nah, bro. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I couldn't.
shot in their practice facility, as do the 76ers, the Rockets, and many other teams. Here's Milwaukee.
Yeah, Rockets, y'all shouldn't have that. Y'all.
Milwaukee's practice court with squares indicating 4-pointers. And here's that exact concept playing out in real time. With the NBA seeing an explosion in 3-pointers over the last decade, I'm not sure if adding a 4-point line would be good
Stephen Curry.
for the game. And we may not see a 4-point line.
Like, just give the credit. Stephen Curry. Come on. Like, I don't know why we're putting TRAE Young first. Like, why we put TRAE Young as I don't know if he's saying that, but like to show him first is kind of wild. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And in the NBA anytime soon. But we have seen it in other places. The Big Three League, which features mostly former NBA players and overseas pros, doesn't quite have a 4-point line, but they do have a 4-point spot, called the Fireball 3, a spot 30 feet away from the rim where shots are worth 4 points. So far this season, the league average from the 4-point shot is 15%. Similar to the Big Three League, the WNBA has included a similar 4-point spot for the last 2 All-Star games. Same conditions as the Big Three League, but this spot is 28 feet from the basket. In the 2023 WNBA All-Star game, out of the total
Damn. It's falling on the floor.
45 4-pointers attempted, players connected on 12 of them, giving them a 4-point percentage of 26.7%. In the American Basketball Association, any shot past half court is a 4-point shot. So this shot is doable, and it's been incorporated into games to some capacity before. But what if the NBA added a 4-point shot? How far out would it be? How would it change the game we know? And who would be the best 4-point shooters on the planet?
I'll say it like this too, because I know first thing people are going to say, a lot of the old heads, they're going to say it's going to be a circus act. And I do agree to some extent in the beginning, but I feel like it'll wean out the ones who think that they can shoot it, the ones who, you know what I'm saying, bro? It'll wean them out like really quickly, I think. But the main ones, obviously, like, you know, Steph, TRAE, of course, SGA is another good one. Of course, Dame. I think Braun will pull up for them at time too. Who else? D-Book, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Buckets, Chris Middleton, KD, Devin Booker. You know, like Luka, of course. Can't forget Luka. Duh. You know, Brunson. You know, you see Randall try to do it. He'll fail, of course, and then he'll be the one of those weaned out. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that will get weaned out. Like, all right, bro. Let me get back to the 3. You know, but I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it'll be pretty freaking cool because imagine being down by 4 and then someone just pulls up for a 4-pointer in your eye. Boom! Ties the game. Oh, bro, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. The same concept of the 3-pointer, obviously, but it's just like another point is just crazy. A crazy addition. But again, I would love to hear your opinions on it. Do you think it'd be bad? Do you think it'd be good? If it was positive, explain to me why in the comments. If you think it's negative, explain to me why in the comments. Love to. I want to hear y'all opinions on that. This is gonna be a great conversation. I think it's gonna be a fun conversation.
In 2020, an article published by the Northeastern Sports Analytics Group went into detail about the possibility of a 4-point line, how the shot would change the anatomy of the game, and exactly what it would look like. Within their data, researchers found that in order for the shot to make sense, the distance would have to be just right. The number they came up with? 30 feet. Any closer, and the shot would be too easy. Any further, and the shot wouldn't be worth taking. We've talked about this concept before, how efficient any given shot is and how that leads to the way teams set up their offense, otherwise known as points per shot.
Look at that, SGA. See? And I know a lot of y'all heard me say that and said, why would SGA? You better watch him. You better watch that brother, because he is filthy. You better watch my dog.
The expected shot value for every 2-pointer was 1.096 points. The expected shot value for every 3-pointer was 1.083 points, essentially making both shots about equally as efficient on average. Now, since 1996, the NBA has been keeping track of shot data, where shots were taken, and the success rate of those shots. And with this data, we can figure out the expected shot value not only by category, but by distance.
That looked like a chuck up. I ain't gonna lie, D-Lo. That looked crazy. Look how crazy this looks from D-Lo. You know what? No, it doesn't look crazy. It's just because it was so fast, I guess.
Category, but by distance. For example, if the 4-point line were,
and then,
say, Fox 2, out, we can sort through every shot taken from 24 feet, find the league-wide average for that shot distance, and then just divide 4 points by that number. The league average field goal percentage from 24 feet out is about 35%, which means if the 4-point line was set at 24 feet, the expected shot value would be 1.44 points, far more than both 3-pointers and 2-pointers. So we gotta move it back further. At 25 feet, the expected shot value would be 1.39 points, which is still far too efficient. Keep moving this theoretical line back, and to match the efficiency of 2s and 3s, the 4-point line would have to fall somewhere between 28 and 29 feet away from the basket. But we don't want the league to turn into a 4-point shootout. We need the shot to present enough risk for players to shoot it only on occasion.
The 31.
So if we move the 4-point line back to 30 feet,
I think it'd
the
be 31.
expected shot value plummets all the way down to 0.693 points, making it just feasible enough to make sense, but not too much to be exploited.
I think 30 is still pretty easy, though, for a lot of them, though. I think 31 would be that little of just one more foot added to it, I think would really make a big difference. I could be wrong, of course. But I'm just saying, you know, I would 31. You know, because I've heard too much. Pulling up from 30, I've heard that way too much. You know, so maybe that one extra would make a huge difference. Maybe it wouldn't. But I would like to try the 31 rather than 30. But let's see what Jimmy his breakdown is.
Giving us a definitive distance of 30 feet for our new 4-point shot. So if the NBA decided to implement this 30-foot 4-pointer, who would be the best 4-point shooters in the league? Well, the answer may not be what you think. Now, this is what a 30-foot shot looks like. And for the sake of this experiment, from here on out, these shots are now 4-pointers. A distance that is far beyond any valuable shot when they're only
Garland,
worth
yes.
3 points. But despite this,
Maxi's not
players keep taking
consistently
them.
doing it,
The
though.
NBA record for the most theoretical 4-pointers made in a game is a 4-way tie between D'Angelo Russell, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard.
I ain't gonna lie, this is gross seeing D-Lo in this. I love D-Lo, but this is disgusting seeing this. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's weird. Oh, wow. TRAE, 5 for 7. 71.4%. That's beautiful.
And TRAE Young, who each made 5 4-pointers in a single game. 5 shots made in a single game from at least 30 feet out. But easily the most absurd display of long bombs in NBA history came from Damian Lillard back in 2020 when he attempted 10 4-pointers in a single game. In total,
You could save hundreds a year on groceries by shopping at Aldi. No sales.
Aldi, shut up. Shut up.
15 threes, 10 of which were beyond 30 feet out.
Look at this. Field goal, 11 for 23, 47.8%. That's still good. 3-pointers, 3 of 5. That's phenomenal. 4-pointer, 3 of 10. Listen, I'm going to say this to you. Even though he's shooting 3 for 10 off the 4-pointer, that's still really freaking good. That's still really good. Like, I don't think y'all understand. I'll tell you like this too. Like for example, I'm basically a combo guard, basically, right? But I'm mainly more of a point. But I can shoot the hell out of the ball. And one of the things my Coach Man, shout out to you, he always trained us back in the day when I was like 15 years old, right? This is when I couldn't shoot. He made us shoot long distances so our forms we just understand form shooting, basically. You know, the whole pick it here, have it here. If you have a 2-motion, if a 1-motion, which I have a 1-motion jump shot. Mine is just straight up like that. That's it. So we had to learn the flick, had to learn our motion, had to learn our base as well too, of course. And shooting that long distance really helps you understand. Now, that as well as form shooting underneath the basket is the 2 best ways you can get your jump shot to fully help you fully understand your jump shot. And I love that he's doing this because I think this is important. Not just for the scoring, but just for form shooting, for those that are trying to learn how to become better shooters. So I advocate, if you want to get better at shooting, learn how to shoot from far distances, but try to get your shot right and learn how to shoot correctly shorter, like 5 to 10 feet. Have your form shooting from both of those sides. Best recommendation I can give. Best recommendation.
A feat that would have most players in trade packages the very next day. Ever since the NBA began keeping track of play-by-play data, there have been 51 games where a player has made at least 3 4-pointers. Out of those 51 games, 36 of them came from either Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, or TRAE Young.
Yeah.
Because even in a league with the best shooters on the planet, these 3 are among the handful of players that should even be shooting these shots in the first place.
Yeah, honestly.
But how much would a 4-point line really changed the game? Well, it would be impossible to know the ripple effect of such a monumental change.
Lord, what a shot though.
After painstakingly tracking the shot data and results of each and every game last season, I found that there were only 2 games out of the total 1,314 games played where a 4-point line would have altered the results of the game.
Let me tell you something, bro. Cousin, uncle, whatever, family, Jimmy don't get enough love, bro. We gotta give him another round of applause, bro. The amount of work he puts into these videos, bro. The amount of work and research he puts in his videos is absolutely commendable, bro. Like I said, Uncle Jimmy, if this ever could find a way to you, I'd love to talk to you, big dog. I'd love to converse with you, bro. And have just great conversations about hooping, man. Your basketball mind is top tier. Top tier, my brother. Love this.
It's instances where if the shots made beyond 30 feet were counted as 4-pointers instead of 3-pointers, it would have swung the point total enough to turn the loss into a win, and vice versa. That's 2 games in an entire season. In fact, since 1996, there have been 20 instances where the outcome of a game would have been altered as a direct result of a 4-pointer.
Jaylen Brown, 2022, Shea, okay, Cat, Mon, Chris, Lowry. Like, yo, Lowry got some. Lowry used to pull back in the day a lot, dude. I ain't gonna lie. Chauncey, yeah, of course, Reggie Grant, yeah. The oddest one here is Corey Brewer, by far. Twice, actually. Minnesota versus Houston, 50 feet. Oh, my goodness. And Corey Brewer, Houston versus Portland, 30 feet. That's insane to see him twice on this. I ain't gonna lie.
Games where a 3-pointer was made to tie the game and send it into overtime. But if the shot was a 4-pointer, it would have outright won the game. So with everything else remaining the same, it's clear that giving an extra point for these bombs wouldn't actually change a whole lot. At least not for those who don't take them. But what about the players who do? Last season alone, across the NBA, there were 2,192 shots taken from at least 30 feet out, which sounds like a lot, but it only made up about 2.6% of all shots taken beyond the 3-point line last season. And of all these now 4-pointers, the league-wide average field goal percentage was just 17.3%. This is a difficult shot. Luka Doncic shot 34 shots from at least 30 feet out last season. He made just 5 of them. Anthony Edwards shot 13, and he made just 1, which would give him a 4-point field goal percentage of 7%.
Yeah.
But not all players are abysmal from this distance. Last season, Jordan Poole shot 72 4-pointers and knocked down 32% of them, which made...
Hey. Regular season, Twin was hooping. Playoffs, I saw people tell me all the time, and again, shout out to my dog JP, man. Wish you nothing but luck and love in Washington. But when people say, "Oh, he was hooping," blah blah blah, and I was just like, "Yo, bro." Oh, I'm sorry. When they say he regressed, I'm like, "Yo, bro, how do you play?" He played good in the regular season. In playoffs, he just like died. I don't know what happened, man. You know, it was sad to see. Besides us losing, but it was sad to see him just regress like that. But I don't think it's gonna be like that, Wizards. But he's got a lot of learning that he's gonna be doing because he basically is the head. Pause. In the Wizards, he's top dog. You know,
makes him as deadly from 4-point
Wish
range
my boy
as
luck,
John
man.
Morant, De'Aaron Fox, and DeMar DeRozan are from 3-point range. And if that doesn't rattle your brain, Darius Garland attempted 27 4-pointers last season and knocked down 11 of them, giving him an absurd 4-point shooting percentage of 41%.
That boy can pull.
Which is exactly the same as his 3-point percentage.
Woo!
These numbers are from just last season.
Nah. That is impressive. Wow, that is impressive, y'all. 40.9 from the 4-point line and from his regular 3-point line percentage. That is crazy. Let's continue. I'm sorry. I am impressed by Garland. Wow.
If we take a look at tracking data dating back to 1996, here's a chart of the players who
Kobe.
shot the...
Oh my God. Yo, Jimmy is eating off this video, bro. He is eating. I don't blame him though. He put a lot of work into this. I can't be mad at him. I can't be mad.
Most 4-pointers throughout the last 27 seasons. And very
It's a
quickly,
lot of work.
you can see just how uncommon shots from this 4-point distance are. Devin Booker is 42nd all-time in shots attempted from at least 30 feet, and he's only taken 109 in his entire career.
That's insane.
Carmelo Anthony was a brick from this range. There's Darius Garland. He's a wizard from 30 feet out. Keep going up the chart, and one thing that jumps out is that being a good 3-point shooter doesn't necessarily make a player a good 4-point shooter.
Exactly,
Ray
yep.
Allen shot 157 4-pointers throughout his career and only hit 5.7% of them, whereas Luka
But again, if it was presented that it would be 4 points, I feel like people would, especially back in the day, they would of course practice it more. I think we all know that, and I think they would have been adjusted and they would have made more shots. I think personally, especially Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? Melo, I'm not too sure about. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I feel like if it was presented like, hey, this is 4 points, it's well known throughout, the world. This is the ruling for it. I feel like these people presented right now would be higher, and some might be lower. I think personally.
Doncic, a notoriously underwhelming 3-point shooter, shoots 4-pointers well above league average. And as we approach the top of this list, the total shot attempts from this range begin to increase almost exponentially. LeBron
Dame
has
and
attempted
all them.
304 4-pointers in his 20-year career. TRAE Young has attempted 536 in just 5 seasons. But keep going, and you'll find 2 familiar faces topping the all-time 4-point leaderboard.
Dame and Steph. Yep.
Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry have virtually shot the same amount of 4-pointers throughout their careers.
Yeah.
Both of them on relatively excellent field goal percentage. But this is just the total
But Dame
amount
shoots
of
better.
4-pointers players have attempted
He makes
throughout
it
their
better,
careers.
yeah.
What might be more revealing is the rate at which players shoot these long balls. And if we take a look at 4-pointers attempted per season, there's one player throughout NBA history who is miles above everyone else.
Garland
It isn't
still-
Steph or Dame. It isn't a historically great scorer like James Harden or Kobe Bryant. It isn't a prolific sharpshooter like Reggie Miller or Klay Thompson. If the 4-point line existed, the player who would undeniably be the greatest 4-point shooter of all time is TRAE Young. Attempting over 100 4-pointers per season throughout his career, there isn't a single player within TRAE Young's galaxy. And the first
Trey, why the hell are you shooting so many 4-pointers, bro? Oh my god, bro. Oh god, Trey. That's ridiculous.
further we dive into the numbers,
Wait, how much is he making,
the
though?
more obvious this becomes. With a career shooting percentage of 33% on shots at least 30 feet out, if the
Still good.
4-point line existed, TRAE Young would have an expected shot value of 1.33 points off of 4-pointers, making it the single
Way
most
above
valuable shot
league
in
average.
basketball outside of uncontested layups. For perspective, in a league with a 4-point line, the best big men in the NBA have a lower points per shot value on contested layups than TRAE Young does from 30
That's
feet
insane.
out, which would make a 30-plus foot bomb by
I'll say this too though, because what Trey does is he usually gets the shot up either off the screen or typically when the defense is lacking, which is of course a smart basketball. But if I remember correctly, Trey doesn't shoot that well from 3. I don't remember just now, so I'm sorry y'all, but he doesn't shoot that well from 3, correct? If I remember correctly. But the brother can pass his butt off. So I'll say this, knowing now if we go into the season, right, and there's a 4-pointer and he crosses half court, he's gonna start getting guarded like Steph, because now people understand the brother can shoot from the 4-pointer at a very high clip. So he's gonna get guarded more, which also will open off a high pick and roll many more of his teammates to get wide open layups, dunks, pass down the middle, and then have somebody, the defense close on in. Now they got numbers. Wings on both corners could close in, easy layup or dunks. He'll also get higher assists, I believe, too. So I think for Trey Young, this will help him a lot more. He'll get higher assists because he's a very good playmaker. Very good play. I don't care how much y'all hate Trey Young. He is a very good playmaker, y'all. I just feel personally, in conclusion of this, the 3-pointer for him will make his playmaking even more deadly, me personally. But what do y'all think about that for Trey Young? Talk to me.
Trae Young, more efficient than a defended layup from the reigning MVP. Do you understand how ridiculous that is? And this gap in value only gets larger as we go further from the basket.
What if I'm worried about switching
Will
phones?
it pair with my speakers? How will I know about bad
What if I'm
apps?
worried about making the switch? Will I still be able to access the
Can
cloud?
I still use the cactus emoji?
What if I'm...
Kevin Durant is a mid-range juggernaut. His points per shot on mid-range jumpers is 1.1 points. Back up to the three-point line, and if you take the most accurate volume three-point shooter in the league, Tyrese Maxey, his three-pointers are still less valuable than Trae Young's 30-foot four-pointers.
That is kind of crazy,
Stephen
ain't it?
Curry is the undisputed king of the three-ball. He single-handedly revolutionized the game with his range. And yet, somehow, Trae Young has already made more career four-pointers, or shots at least 30 feet out, than Stephen Curry has. It's probably a good thing that this shot doesn't exist in the NBA. But if it did, Trae Young would be the best to ever do it. Here is a visual of each sector on the floor by distance. And here are some of the most prolific scorers from each of those sectors, along with their career points per shot from that distance. From short range, you've got dominant and efficient bigs, players who controlled the paint. But these are some of the most highly contested shots in basketball. So take a step back to the mid-range, and you'll see, for the most part, efficiency actually remains consistent with players like
Oh my
Kawhi
God, yo!
Leonard
Oh my
and
God, yo!
CP3.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Jesus Christ!
Back, and you'll find the long two-point snipers. Despite this being the least efficient shot in
Jokic,
basketball,
Ray,
players
yeah.
like Devin Booker, Kevin
My
Durant,
goodness.
and Kyrie Irving have kept this shot alive and well. Now take it one step further, and that extra point from the three-point line makes three-pointers in the right hands one of the most lethal shots in
Yo, quick question. Didn't y'all say Stephen Curry doesn't shoot middies? This is the long two ball, right? It's crazy.
the game, with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Ray Allen all gaining at least 1.2 points per shot from this distance. Since 1996, these are the shots you want, who you want taking them, and how much they're worth.
But Stephen Curry doesn't shoot mid-ranges like that. Like, oh my God, I swear to God. It's like I said, you can just look it up online to see how he played back in the day. But you seeing Jokic, him, and Ray Allen makes me smile.
And then there's Trae Young, who, in a league where a 30-foot four-pointer existed, would possess the most valuable shot in basketball, despite taking it from the logo.
That's fire. Great video, Jimmy. Wow, man. That's a video, man. Another round of applause. Great video, man. I enjoyed this thoroughly. If y'all did too, like, comment, and subscribe, man. I hate to exit so early, but my girl needs help with the groceries, so I gotta get out of here, man. Love y'all, man. Peace and love per usual. And don't forget to learn something new every single day, y'all. Have a good one, man. Peace, y'all. Love you.